Welcome back to week 3 for our shadow work tarot pick-a-pile. So we are in week 3, which is Saturday, the 18th through the 25th. So our final week of this, I had thought about doing 4, but I'm just going to leave it at 3. And again, I would suggest watching all 3 piles, but see which one resonates with you first of all. And let me give you the question that we're going to use this week for our shadow work. It is, when have I confided and opened up into somebody and felt rejected? What did I share and how did they react? And how did I feel? So when I opened up to someone, and when's the last time you opened up to someone and felt rejected? So basically it was when you felt like you were opening up to somebody about something that was important to you, and you felt like you shouldn't have said anything. So that is the question of the week. And we have pile 1 here, which is our crystal points with our mica, gold mica. And then we have pile 2, which is our selenite. And pile 3, ocean jasper, palm stone. I love palm stones. I think they're really fun and really calming, and I like them a lot. So pile 1, quartz point with mica, pile 2, selenite, and pile 3, ocean jasper. Take a moment to take a look at these piles, and I did keep the pyramid here to remember that from week 1. And if you haven't watched any of them, this is your first one you're joining in on, you might want to go ahead and go back to week 1 and follow along. It's not too late. We are in the season now, all through the winter season if you'd like to do that. I just think November is a really good month for this. So I will go ahead, and I'm using the same cards because I really felt they were effective. And I'm going to be reading out of the guidebook again for our oracle cards by Archetypes, the Wild Unknown, Kim Krans. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause here and take a moment to see which one of these reflects with you, or which one you resonate with, and we will see you back at that pile. Welcome back, pile 1. So let's go ahead and put your crystal there next to the pyramid. Let's see what we've got for our oracle. We have the Queen of Paws, Queen of Rods, and 5 of Swords. Okay, so the mask, I'm going to go ahead and read out of that first. Let me find that in the book here. Okay. Okay, so the mask card is the persona, the performance, the reveal. Kind of fits how I said our question of the week. You kind of presented yourself. You took off your mask per se to tell somebody something that you thought was very important in your in your life and you felt rejected by what their response was. But let's go ahead and read this. We often think of a mask as something that conceals our identity, yet contemplate the possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. It allows. The mask gives voice to that which was previously rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression, yet was never given a role to play on the stage of your life. You are in the realm of theater, so anything is possible. Speak with the other's voice, embody the other's limb. You are taking part in the ritual of expanding thyself. There may be mischief and deception around, and others may be trying on new masks too. No one is sure who is who. It's likely you've become so attached to a single mask that you need to fall face forward into this perception. Bending time. Trust it. Okay, so what I took out of that is that it's, it said when you presented the question that we are asking ourselves this week, what we revealed and how we felt rejected after we told somebody something, it is because the mask gives voice to which was previously rejected. So you might have thrown on another mask as in defensiveness. But it also says here, where is it? Okay, so it says also that there's mischief and deception around. So others may be trying on new masks too. Because of what you said, there might be something that made that person that you confided in feel maybe a bit defensive as well because of what you revealed. Maybe it was something I'm just pulling strings here, but maybe it was something that you told somebody that you revealed that they felt you should have told them earlier. So that's why you might have gotten that cold response. So this is when we're working with our shadow. This is why we have to work with our shadow, because there's always something deeper. There's always something else, that there's always more than one side to a story. So you definitely have to look at all aspects and even reapproach the person and say that you felt bad if that's the way you felt. But whatever the situation is, whatever you come up with in your shadow work with that question, whatever the situation is, that is what you need to deep dive into to see why you felt that way and why they reacted that way. Like I said, you could have told them something that they thought, well, gee, I thought we were friends enough for you to tell me that before. So that might have been, and that's just an example. That's only one of many, but that's what I thought of when I saw that. And then we have the Page of Pause, which is Pentacles here. Season of winter. Upon my touching him, he immediately arose, purred loudly, rubbed against my hand, and appeared delighted with my notice. This, then, was the very creature of which I was in search of. So, Page of Pentacles is the, as I said, the earthly realm. We are in, it is known for winter. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It can relate to our home, our environment. it's basically the knight is excuse me, it's the page, I'm sorry, page of pentacles. It is of new maybe material success or wealth, tangible things, your physical body. It could have to do with your physical body. I hate to use basic descriptive terms, especially with this layout here for our shadow work. I feel like it has to do with how this reaction makes you feel. I think it makes you physically feel sick. I mean, physically feel ill. It weighs heavy on your mind, and this is another reason that you need to really do. And I actually don't think it's a bad idea to do a quick shadow work on. You don't have to call it shadow work, but you could delve into why you feel the way you do any time of the year, really. It could have to do with something about having a contract with somebody else and working with somebody in a certain situation, and that might have had to do with I don't know. It could have had to do with money, a job, feeling. Let's see what else we have here. I don't want to go any more into that. So the suit of rods is wands. Element is fire, and we have the Queen of Wands, which is Queen of Fire. So this card encourages you to continue to express your feelings and take lead in saying things that I mean, in the future, don't make this situation that you felt rejected stop you from being yourself and doing it again, in other words. Because I really feel like once you start doing it, people are going to be receptive around you to this side of you, and it might be something that as you grow and find your path within your shadow work, hopefully you'll be able to continue to be able to speak your mind, to speak your feelings. And like this 5 here, excuse me, 5 of Swords is about feeling defeated, and that's how you felt. And if you look here, the other ones are walking away. It's like maybe this situation that you were in made people feel less than because of how you approached this this question that we're dealing with this week, how you presented it to the person that made you feel rejected. And if you look at this 5 of the 5 is about conflict and change, and hit my light there, sorry. Conflict, change, stability, instability. But I almost feel like in the situation that you may have felt like you wanted to open up and talk about, and that you felt rejected on, I almost feel like, as I said on this card as well, that it might have been somewhat, it might have offended the other person emotionally. This is an air sign, so this is about reason. We've got Venus, Mars, Zodiac Aquarius. It's almost as if, yeah, I really do. I'm going back to that first thought that I had when you revealed this shadow question that you had, that we have this week. I almost feel like the person that you revealed it to did feel hurt and wanted to know what mask you were wearing then. They almost felt like it was deceitful. So, I mean, just looking back at, and that's, and as I said, this is my interpretation of these cards here, along with the mask. But let's go back to that mask. I'm going to re-look at that and re-point out some comments here. It says, the performance, the reveal. When light reveals what has been suppressed, which is what you probably felt you were doing. But when dark, further conceals what is rejected. And then go deeper. It says, the Mask of James Ensor, Ensor. You have to look that up. Joan Jonas and Jimmy Durham. I don't know what that means, but so it says, the Zen cone suggests meditate on your original face, the one you had before this situation, and put yourself into the receiving person's end of that reveal, and see if anything comes up in you, because a lot of our shadow work is working. I mean, you were trying to express and reveal something, and you may have done it all in the best of your kindness and your heart, and there was nothing negative meant by it, but because of the rejection that you received, the feeling of rejection, that hurt you. But why were you rejected? So that's the question that you have to delve on this week as well. So again, the question is, when have I opened up to someone and felt rejected? How did I feel? What did I share? How did they feel? Is probably the next question that you should ask. How you think they felt. If that's possible, you don't have to take that angle at all if you don't want to, but you could. And you could even ask the person, since you already felt that rejection, unless it's been way in the past and it's just not something that you're going to approach anymore. But definitely, yeah, I think this ends it for pile 1. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and let's go to pile 2. Welcome back, pile 2. Put your selenite wand there, and I'm going to pull out my book here because I am going to read the oracle card first, but let's see what we've got. The Queen. Ooh, look at that. Pretty. Then we've got the High Priestess. Ooh, liking that. And then we've got King of Wands and King of Swords. Wow, we have a really strong reading here. So let's read the Queen first. Let me find this. Here it is. Oops, I didn't even have to look. I just paged right past it here. Let me find it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. The Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. Like her counterpart, the King, which we've got 2 here, the Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others and others, or she falls into petty contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of the ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. And it says, read Cleopatra's monologue in Shakespeare's Anatomy and Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 2. Then read about Inanna, Terra, and Hera. So there's some heavy goddess information here. Cleopatra, Inanna, Terra, and Hera. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. Okay. Let's do the High Priestess card here. Let my heart be still a moment in this mystery explore. So the High Priestess is card number 2, which is here, duality, balance. Balance is a big theme. And okay, let's reiterate the question here this week that we're asking ourselves for this. When have I opened up to someone and felt rejected? Who did you share it with? What did you share? And how did you feel? Okay, so King of Wands is the king of fire. Bold, powerful. And then we have the King of Swords, which is reason. King of reason. And that is quick acting. So we have this combination of quick acting and powerful and bold, charming, courageous, but actually they both carry those qualities that I can see here. So looking at And this is 11. So that's also 2, breaks down to 2. So there's a balance that, balance is the key word for your shadow work this week. And also, what I find quite interesting is that Kim Krans Oracle said, if the king is the ego, the queen is the expression. So, to me, that's saying that there's a lot of open. There was a lot. You were feeling open, and you were bold about it and charming about it, and you still felt rejected. And the High Priestess is the card of secrets and mysteries. So again, I feel like this is kind of coinciding with pile 1 as well. I'm kind of feeling like there's an air about you that you don't try to be off-putting to others, but they might feel like you are rising above them. In other words, they feel less than. So when you revealed this information that you felt very important to tell, it's like you felt rejected by them because I feel like they may have not known what to say. Because this King of Swords here is like Capricorn, Aquarius energy, which is also very strong energy, and kind of like you are you're like teaching them something. I think the person that you talk to looks up to you as like a guide, and when you opened up and expressed your feelings, it may have thrown them off because it might not have been something that you normally do. Because of your queen, the queen energy of love and support and powerful as well. So I think that when you were trying to be open and honest with somebody in this situation, it just, whatever this situation was, I think it just threw them off. Maybe they didn't mean to make you feel that way, but because of the way your relationship is normally, it was just a surprise. And that's how I felt pile 1 was as well. The King of Wands, again, is passionate, strong, charming, magnetic. So if you were the type of person that you carry those qualities, and then you went ahead and tried to open yourself up to say something that you felt was really important because of your fire energy, and I really feel this card is showing fire energy as well. But I think it just, again, kind of like pile 1, might have been something that you made more out of. It's a good question for you. This is a good question for all of us to ask ourselves for shadow work always, because sometimes if you're kind of the type of person that doesn't really say a whole lot, and then all of a sudden you just went ahead and opened up and revealed something that was super important to you, and you thought, oh, I wanted to say this, and you wanted support, but yet you got like deer in the headlights. It's because that's kind of like how I feel it was, kind of like the deer in the headlights. And this is, as I said, the wands are fire, um, creative energy, if that helps you at all. A lot of times it's associated with the season spring. Yeah, I get that. Beltane, fiery energy, first day of Aries. Beltane, yeah, Bridget as well. But let me go ahead and grab that book again. I do want to reiterate those goddesses that came across. I don't think I actually need it. It was Inanna. Well, I guess I do. Cleopatra, Inanna. Let me find it. Here it is. Hera, Hera, H-E-R-A, and Tara, T-A-R-A, and Inanna, I-N-A-N-N-A, and I like Inanna. Inanna gives me a real pre-Islamic goddess. I just started reading up on Inanna, the goddess. She's like a Sumerian goddess, a Mesopotamian pantheon, and she's the goddess of, well, she's the goddess of physical love, but she's equally prominent as goddess of war. So I myself am going to resonate with Inanna and Cleopatra, obviously. I've got my little Egyptian ring on here. And so that's, I'm resonating with that. But this queen energy, let me see if there's any other messages with that you can work with. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne. Knowing the king draws near, she is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. So, see, I really feel like your energy that you may have resonated with this situation, that our question this week could be that type of situation where, like I said, the deer in the headlights, they just did not know how to respond. It was like, thank you for that information. But yet you were kind of hurt because maybe you were expecting something in a response. Now, if that does not resonate with you at all, this is just a sample of what it could be, and I want to give you a sample because I want you to kind of see where my mind was going with these cards. But you can screenshot these cards and Google them and look them up as well, and you can use them for journaling, or put it in a collage, or however you want to do it, even if it's just a one-page collage on a piece of notebook paper. You could write these down, the High Priestess, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords, and then the Queen. But I do see the number 2 slapping me in the face here, and that's about partnerships, duality, and balance. And however you want to use that within your week of shadow work, that might be something as well to take note of. So I am going to end this reading right here, and then we are going to go on to pile 3. So if you would like to join me, I think pile 1 and 2 are very similar. So we will see you back at pile 3. Welcome back, pile 3. Let's put our ocean jasper up next to our pyramid, and let's see what our cards are. So we have the Mother, and we have 9 of quills, one of elixirs, and 9 of pentacles. Okay, so let's see here. We have the one of elixirs, which is the One of Cups, and that is a very emotional card. It is the card of beginning something new emotionally, and that could be why you were trying out to speak your piece, and you felt rejected. Let's go ahead and let me read the question again, first of all, because that's what I've been doing for the other piles. When did I open up to someone and felt rejected? What did I share? What did they share? How did I feel? How did they act? Whatever you want to ask, whatever you want to write down, whatever you want to take note of for feelings wise, that would be great. So now let's find the Mother in this book here. Oh, I went right to it. That was lucky. I saw the Father, and then I thought, well, the Mother must be right by. Okay, so it says, the Great Mother, the Feminine, the Source. We begin our archetypal story with the Mother's love. Through her sensual, fertile, and life-giving energy, all creation takes form. Regardless of our birth story, each of our hearts beat for the first time in the warm womb of the Mother, where she offered resources from her body for the building of our own. Yet her tale is not so simple, as the Mother, especially on the earthly plane, contains both light and dark aspects of the feminine. With the best of intentions, the Mother wraps her loving arms around her creation and begins to grip what she meant to set free. The Mother both nurtures and prohibits growth. She gives, yet clings. She creates, yet restricts. Amid this complex energy, the Mother holds the key to the eternal challenge of love. So that is pretty cool. I see it says glowing, when light, glowing, generative, creative, and nurturing. When dim, or when dark, dim, exhausted, controlling, limiting. Notice how the Mother archetype is expressed in nature. This is perhaps the most balanced and benevolent form of the Mother's grace. Okay. So, um, let's see what the other cards are. Okay, so we have Nine of Quills, which is swords. It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. So you had nightmares over this situation, and you almost felt um, like you shouldn't have said anything. And I really feel like there was a lot of stress that you went through because of opening up and feeling rejected. But there was a lot before as well. So I feel like I feel like it was coming on both ends with that one. And with the Ace of Elixirs here, the suit of elixirs, one, this is the Ace. Um, it's about like raw emotion. And it was what you revealed you did with all intentions beautiful in your heart. I mean, that's the way that it was just raw emotion and you felt like you needed to express yourself. I don't know what the situation was. It could have been more of um, a sensitive topic. I'm not too sure, but I feel like it could have been because it weighed heavy on your mind. Um, it weighed heavy on your mind. You had nightmares over it, I feel like. And as far as the pentacles go, this nine of pentacles here. Um, it was about gaining something. Now in this card, it's like material gain, but it doesn't necessarily have to be physical money. Um, it could have been, but um, you have this mother earth, your physical mother. You have this love behind you and protection, and I feel like it was the right thing to do. And one here again, so we have one and one, and those are all of new beginnings. One is about new beginnings potential, and nine is about um, fulfillment, fruition, um, bringing things to completion, but positive, right? And we have two nines. So 18, 19, 20. This all adds up to balance. Two nines is 18, 19, 20. If you want to calculate it all together, it's about balance. And it's the only way that you felt like you'd have that balance is by releasing what you did with our question that we're working on this week in our shadow work. You felt like it was the only way that you could get through um, it. You had to say something. And I don't know if it was over guilt. It could have had something to do with some kind of money situation as well. I'm not too sure, but it is a earth sign, as I said, the pentacles, and it's associated with planets Mercury and Pluto. And then we have Virgo as well. And it was about, I feel like the reason you said something was so that everybody could enjoy in the, I don't know, the prosperity, the wealth, the knowledge of knowing what you said. But I feel like you had a lot of sleepless nights before and some after as well. But probably the ones after were a little bit relieved because you spit it out. You got it out. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I really feel like it had to do with something with family, though. I really do feel like this one had to do with family. I'm throwing my cards around now. Because we have the Mother, and then we have the Pentacles. Yeah, I really do feel like this one might have been more closer to home, not like not somebody just like a friend or a confidant, but I feel like this was a home type thing. And we have, yeah, new beginnings. So I feel like um, your question this week, your shadow work should be you asking why you asked the question is or why you revealed the information. And I think it, in this case, if this is resonating, is pretty clear that it was weighing on your mind. It was almost as if it was something you felt you were hiding. But I also feel like the energy of the recipient was very loving, even though you might not have felt that. You might feel a little guilt, actually. That's maybe why you would have a hard time sleeping afterwards. I don't feel like you were hiding anything. I think obviously this is why we do shadow work, because sometimes it's not that we're trying to purposely hide things. It's just that we're afraid to say something. And usually there's a reason behind that. Like we're afraid that somebody's going to be like, well, why didn't you tell me before? Or why were you hiding that? And it wasn't necessarily that you were hiding anything. But I think that, again, this is a unique question because again, it could be something that you said that really there isn't much of a response that can be given, but you felt rejected because you didn't get a response. But sometimes there is no response that really anybody can give you. It's like, thank you. Thank you for giving me that information. I don't know. I think that sometimes with myself, I can certainly make more out of things than they are if I'm like in one of those moods. You know what I mean? Anybody can. If they're feeling a certain way, a certain mood, it just anything can kind of freak you out and send you on this path of making mountains out of molehills. When a lot of the times I find that the other person probably didn't even realize that they made you feel that way. So it's almost as if when a situation like that comes up, it's almost as if you should say, well, what do you think about what I just told you? You know what I mean? It's almost as if you should just ask that question flat out so that you don't have to suffer and feel horrible that you said something that, I don't know, hurt somebody, or, you know, I mean, just like, maybe we should just say, what do you think about what I said? Are you okay with that? You know what I mean? Maybe just a follow-up. But we're not doing that right now. We're working with why we feel the way we do about how we felt when we revealed that information. But mother is key here. Home. And emotions. Lots of emotions. But it's interesting that this says love potion out of context maybe, but there's love behind this situation, this revealing situation that made you feel rejected. Because I kind of feel like most of the time we aren't rejected. It's just that we feel that way, and it might be because we've held on to that information too long, and then when we revealed it, we almost do feel guilty, like maybe we should have revealed it before, or maybe we should have acted that way before. Maybe we were wearing our mask, like in pile 2. I think pile 2 had the mask. Let me look. No, pile 1 had the mask. So very interesting. I mean, all 3 of these, and the oracle cards are key here, I believe, in all 3 piles. So if you want to go back and take a look at those oracle cards and my reading out of the book of those oracle cards, that would be great, because I really feel like these oracle cards are key. And maybe I should have done this before, but I'm going to do it now. I'm going to put all 3 of them together. So the mask, the queen, and the mother. And obviously, actually, I'm going to switch these around because pile 3, you have the mother. But these were the oracle cards that I pulled for all 3 decks. And even looking at them together resonates strong energy. Queen and mother can be very, you know, very much the same as well. So anyways, I hope that you really enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments below if you've enjoyed this. You can even show me, I mean, you don't have to show me your shadow work, because I showed you mine, but you know what? It was old one, and I felt okay showing it. I wouldn't probably show you one that I did this time, because it's kind of personal. You kind of want to work with your shadow. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this, and I definitely will do this again. I really enjoyed this, and I'm having fun going through these as well. So again, you could use a collage. You could just use a piece of paper in journal, or as I said, you could write down the 9 of quills, the 1 of elixirs, and the 9 of pentacles, and then the mother. So I hope that you enjoyed this series, and we will see you back again. Please join me in the weekly readings if you'd like, and I'm going to go ahead and try to come up with something fun for December as well. So we'll see what I can come up with. Kind of a spur of the moment type of gal here. So, anyways, I hope that you have a blessed week, and please, again, let me know how you enjoy if you enjoyed this.